What's up, Scoopers, and welcome back to Sheeran Scoop. We're kicking things off with a mind-blowing update straight from James Gunn himself about the highly anticipated Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow. Get ready, because the first tease is just the beginning of what promises to be an epic cinematic journey. Next up, the speculation is over as we dive deep into who could possibly step into the terrifying boots of the next Superman villain. With James Gunn dropping hints, the internet is buzzing with fan casting and expert opinions on who would bring this iconic character to life. But wait, there's more. James Gunn isn't just focusing on the big bads, he's also redefining the heroes. We've got the inside scoop on a brand new team forming in the DCU, and their name is already sparking major conversations among fans. You won't want to miss this. And finally, the DCU is expanding its roster in a huge way. James Gunn is hinting at the return of characters from a legendary comic publisher, and the possibilities are absolutely electrifying. All this and more, right here on Sheeran Scoop. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you're always in the know. Brainiac is coming, the shocking reveal for Superman's next villain. Get ready, DC fans, because James Gunn has just dropped a bombshell that has everyone talking. Weeks after confirming his Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow, is set to hit theaters on July 9, 2027, Gunn has given us our first major clue about the film's antagonist. In a recent social media post, he shared a photo of the script's cover, featuring not only the title but also an anatomical illustration of a human head with a visible brain. This has sent the internet into a frenzy, with many believing it's a direct confirmation that Superman's next formidable foe will be the iconic Brainiac. For those unfamiliar, Brainiac is one of the most dangerous villains in the DC universe, known for his insatiable quest for knowledge. He's an incredibly intelligent android, or cyborg, from the planet Kalu, who travels the galaxy collecting cities and shrinking them into bottles for his collection before destroying their home planets. His obsession with knowledge has led him into repeated, devastating conflicts with Superman and the Justice League. While often seemingly defeated, Brainiac's artificial consciousness always finds a way to return, making him a persistent and terrifying threat. Gunn himself has hinted that this next chapter will be more complex than initially expected. He revealed in an interview with Howard Stern that the story will see Superman and Lex Luthor forced to team up against a threat far greater than themselves. It's a story about Lex Luthor and Superman having to work together to a certain degree against a much, much bigger threat, Gunn stated, adding that it's as much a Lex movie as it is a Superman movie. He also expressed his excitement about working with Nicholas Hoult, relating to Lex Luthor, and creating something extraordinary with both him and David Corenswet. The fan reaction to this potential Brainiac reveal has been immense, with discussions already debating how the character will be portrayed and what iconic elements, like the bottled city of Kandor, will be included. The possibility of Superman and Lex Luthor uniting against such a powerful alien intelligence has fans buzzing with anticipation for this new era of DC storytelling. But if Brainiac is indeed the next big bad, who could possibly bring this master of intellect and destruction to life on the big screen? Stay tuned as we dive into the top contenders for the role of Brainiac in James Gunn's Superman sequel. The ultimate Brainiac casting call: who will face Superman? The internet is ablaze with speculation following James Gunn's subtle, yet definitive hint about Brainiac being the main antagonist in the upcoming Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow. With the villain potentially making his live-action debut, the crucial question on everyone's mind is: which actor has the gravitas, the menace, and the intelligence to portray this iconic DC foe? Brainiac, a character known for his immense intellect and destructive ambition, has never appeared in a live-action Superman film, making this casting choice even more critical and exciting. Several actors are being discussed, each bringing a unique potential to the role. Chukwudi Iwuji, who brilliantly played the High Evolutionary in Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 3, is a natural fit, but his involvement in Peacemaker as Myrn might preclude him from another major DC role. This leads to other compelling choices. Lee Pace, known for his commanding presence as Ronan the Accuser in Guardians of the Galaxy, and his versatile performances in Halt and Catch Fire and Foundation offers a blend of alien intensity and potential for a cold, calculating portrayal. David Oyelowo, celebrated for his dramatic depth in Selma and his villainous turn in Rise of the Planet of the Apes, also possesses a remarkable range and a powerful voice, suggesting he could deliver a more emotive and sadistic Brainiac. Michael C. Hall, famous for his portrayal of Dexter Morgan, is another strong contender. His experience playing a complex, morally ambiguous character and his distinctive baritone voice make him a compelling candidate for a superintelligent, perhaps even sociopathic, villain. Dave Bautista, despite his imposing physique, could bring a unique spin to Brainiac, especially if paired with a touch of Gunn's signature quirky humor, perhaps through a visual gag like tiny glasses to emphasize his intellect. Finally, Lars Mikkelsen, who has already captivated audiences as the intelligent and intimidating Grand Admiral Thrawn in Star Wars, brings a calm, commanding presence that would make for a subtly menacing Brainiac. Fans are divided but excited, debating which actor could best capture Brainiac's blend of cold intellect, alien arrogance, and destructive potential. The choices range from imposing physical presences to actors known for their chilling vocal performances, all aiming to define Brainiac for a new generation of DC fans. With the villains seemingly confirmed, the focus shifts to the heroes who will stand against him. Get ready to meet the Justice Gang, the new team assembling to defend Metropolis in the upcoming Superman film. Meet the Justice Gang, Gunn's bold new heroes for the DCU. James Gunn is shaking up the DC universe, and his upcoming Superman film is set to introduce a brand new team of heroes, the Justice Gang. This group isn't just a supporting cast. They're positioned as crucial allies to David Corenswit's Superman as he defends Metropolis from threats like Lex Luthor's schemes. In a pivotal moment, we see Superman backed by Mr. Terrific, Hawkgirl, and the boisterous Guy Gardner as Green Lantern, forming the initial lineup of this exciting new ensemble. What makes the Justice Gang particularly intriguing is that they are a fresh creation for the DCU, with the name itself being a humorous, albeit debated, invention of Guy Gardner within the film. Their base of operations, none other than the iconic Hall of Justice, a location deeply steeped in DC lore, and their operations are backed by the influential CEO of LordTech, Maxwell Lord, hinting at connections to the broader DC history, particularly the Justice League International era. Despite their grand setting and significant backing, the Justice Gang feels deliberately new and somewhat unfinished. Their smaller roster, the potentially temporary name, and their recent occupation of the Hall of Justice all suggest that this is just the beginning for them. Gunn himself has teased that more heroes are on the way, with Metamorpho hinted at, and even a scene in Peacemaker Season 2 showing Chris Smith's character being rejected for membership, confirming the team is actively looking to expand. The introduction of the Justice Gang before the Justice League itself is a bold move, mirroring how the Justice League International eventually rose to prominence. This setup strongly indicates that the Justice Gang is intended to be the spark that ignites the formation of a larger Justice League within this new DCU. The implications are massive, suggesting a future where these new heroes grow, evolve, and perhaps eventually pave the way for the legendary League. Fans are buzzing about this fresh take on a superhero team, eager to see how these new characters will develop and interact with established heroes like Superman and potentially even the Peacemaker. The move positions the DCU for a future filled with both familiar faces and exciting new additions. While new heroes are forming, the DCU is also looking to its past for inspiration, hinting at the return of characters from a legendary comic publisher. Could more iconic Charlton Comics characters be making their way into James Gunn's DCU? More Charlton Comics characters heading to the DCU, Gunn drops major hint. James Gunn has already proven his Midas touch with characters originating from Charlton Comics, most notably with John Cena's Peacemaker and Judamaster. Now, in a thrilling development for comic book fans, Gunn has hinted that even more beloved Charlton Comics characters could be joining the burgeoning DC universe. Responding to a fan on Threads who praised his work on Superman, Peacemaker, and Creature Commandos, and asked if original characters like Blue Beetle or Captain Atom would appear, Gunn's simple reply was, you might be in luck. This tantalizing confirmation opens the door to a wealth of iconic characters who have deep roots in Charlton Comics history. Beyond Peacemaker and Judamaster, Charlton's roster includes legendary figures such as the Question, a mysterious vigilante; Nightshade, a powerful shadow manipulator; Captain Atom, a nuclear-powered hero; Sarge Steel, a seasoned soldier; Peter Cannon, also known as Thunderbolt, a super genius; and Ted Kord, the Silver Age Blue Beetle. The significance of these characters is further amplified by their role as inspiration for Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons' seminal work, Watchmen, with many of them serving as direct analogs for the Watchmen characters. Furthermore, the DCU has already begun integrating these Charlton roots. Xolo Maridueña's Jaime Reyes/Blue Beetle is confirmed to continue his journey following his 2023 film, and a teaser scene even hinted at the presence of Ted Kord, voiced by Jason Sudeikis. Gunn's latest comment suggests that these inclusions are just the tip of the iceberg, and we can expect a more comprehensive integration of Charlton's rich legacy into the DCU's cinematic and television landscape. Fans are ecstatic at the prospect of seeing characters like Captain Atom or the original Blue Beetle brought to life with the same care and vision that Gunn has applied to Peacemaker and Superman. The potential for these characters to interact within the established DCU, especially given their historical significance and their influence on foundational comic stories like Watchmen, promises exciting narrative possibilities. From new heroes forming to villains being revealed and classic characters making a comeback, the DCU is buzzing with activity. But before we dive into the full recap, make sure you're subscribed and the notification bell is on. And that's a wrap on today's explosive Sheeran scoop. We've got James Gunn confirming Brainiac as the villain for Superman's next outing, sparking major fan casting debates. Plus, get ready for the Justice Gang, a brand new hero team assembling in the DCU. And the hints keep coming, with James Gunn teasing more Charlton Comics characters joining the universe. Don't miss a second of the DCU action. Smash that like button, subscribe to Sheeran Scoop for all the latest updates, hit that notification bell so you're always in the loop, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Follow us on all social media platforms for even more exclusive content.